Chelsea. This is my channel, The Fancy Hat Lady Reads. I'm wearing a fancy booktube hat. Earlier today, I was at the New York City Women's March. Tonight, I am filming my TBR for the DiverseAthon Readathon, and tomorrow, the DiverseAthon Readathon starts. I have to tell you guys, I got home from the march this evening exhausted. This is going to be a rough 4 years, but I am super excited for the books I'm planning on reading this week. In fact, I have had to restrain myself from reading a couple of these before the readathon started. I was saving them for this week. And in case you're unaware, DiverseAthon is a readathon that is meant to promote the reading of diverse books. And that is books featuring and written by members of marginalized groups. This is the second round of DiverseAthon. The first round arose fairly spontaneously several months ago, and I think it's one of the better things that the book community, the online booktube community, has done of late, and I'm very excited to be participating again. It's running from January 22nd to 29th this time around, and the hosts have made a special effort during round 2 to emphasize the importance of picking up own voices literature. This time around, there are 4 booktube hosts for the DiverseAthon. They are Christina Marie, Joss from the channel Squibbles Reads, Monica from the channel She Might Be Monica, and Simon from the channel Savage Reads. There are also a couple of co-hosts across other social media. There will also be Twitter discussions regularly throughout the week. I will provide all of the information for the readathon in the description so that you can check it all out and join in if you would like to. So I mentioned that I'm really excited for what I'm planning on reading this DiverseAthon. I should also mention that I've intentionally planned a very achievable TBR at this point. I've noticed that the past few readathons I've participated in, I've overcommitted myself. I've announced that I was planning on reading more books than I actually got to, and that leaves me feeling unhappy with myself. I don't want to feel unhappy with myself, so this time I'm committing to a number of books that I know I will be able to get through in the week, and hopefully I'll be able to read more than that and feel good about myself. I should mention that at this point I'm not planning on reading the optional group book for the readathon, which this time around is The Underground Railroad by Colson Whitehead. I think that would be over-ambitious of me to add that on to the books that I'm already planning on reading, but who knows, you know, plans are always subject to change. The only full-length novel on my list right now is a middle grade novel, and that's Starry River of the Sky by Grace Lin. This is the second in her sort of loose companion series of standalone middle grade fantasy books that are all based in Chinese folklore. I'm really excited to read this. I really enjoyed Where the Mountain Meets the Moon, which was the first one. These books have lovely illustrations, and I didn't realize when I read Where the Mountain Meets the Moon that the illustrations and the cover art are done by the author, Grace Lin herself. These have stories within stories, which is one of my favorite things. The first one was really heartwarming. I own a copy of the third one, which was a new 2016 release. So maybe eventually I'll buy copies of the first 2, but right now this one is a library book. The second book I have here is a novella, and this one I am really excited for, and this is Binti Home by Nnedi Okorafor. In case you missed this in my book haul, I won this arc of this book in a Goodreads giveaway, which absolutely blows my mind given how unlikely it is. So I'm sorry if you're following me on Goodreads. I'm now spamming you with how often I'm entering Goodreads giveaways because I enjoyed winning this one and I want to win again. But this comes out on January 31st, so I'm looking forward to reading it right in advance of that and being able to review it right around the release date. In case you're unaware, this is the sequel to Binti, which is a sci-fi novella by Nnedi Okorafor. This got a whole ton of praise last year on BookTube. It won multiple awards. I enjoyed it when I read it during the first round of DiverseAthon, so I think that reading the sequel during this round is going to be just great. And then the last thing that I want to commit to reading during the readathon is going to be on my new Kindle. I have a new Kindle. It is also going to be shorter fiction, and that is the Terracotta Bride by Zen Cho. This is, I think it's a novelette-length story, which is somewhere between a novella and a short story. I sort of wanted to read this last round, but I did not yet have an e-reader, and it is only available in ebook form. I think it's to do with the Chinese afterlife. Zen Cho is an author who's been on my radar for a while. Her novel, Sorcerer to the Crown, has been on my TBR forever, but it looks like I'll be getting to this one first. Now, as I said, I hope I will be reading more than that. I have several more novels, both in hard copy and on my Kindle, that I could dig into if I finish these shorter books that I'm planning on. But please let me know if you're participating in the DiverseAthon, what you are planning on reading. As always, I would love to hear from you. That is all. Bye for now.